All right. Hi, everybody. This is, hopefully you can hear me. If somebody's on, let me know if you can hear me. Okay, we have no viewers yet. That's okay. Welcome. My name is Lisa. You are watching One Lisa Show, and I am set up here with my laptop and my iPad, and I'm going to do some sewing. I'm going to give it a minute, see if anybody gets on, but let's talk about what I'm sewing today. I am working on Simplicity 8014. This is a classic shirt dress, and hopefully you can hear me. So if you can, let me know. It's a classic shirt dress, and what I'm going to be doing is version B, but I'm going to add an actual collar. This version B has just the collar stand, like a Mandarin style collar. I want it to be more like the picture. I was going to do pockets, but I don't think I am. I do like the A-line skirt that does show up. I am not doing the tie belt. I'm going to get myself a cool belt on Amazon. So that's what we're doing today. I have cut out, I'm going to be honest with you, I've cut out most of my pattern pieces. Most of the pattern pieces are cut out, and I have my iron ready. This was a whole setup, and let's begin. We'll put this over here so you should be able to watch me with how I'm sewing. First step is to do some stay stitching, and we're going to do the yoke and the neckline. So for piece one, which is this is the front, and I'll show you the fabric I'm using. Today is some fabric I got from Minerva. It is a cotton poplin from Camelot Fabrics. I think it's a cool kitschy print. It's very primary colors against a dark gray, and there's some pops of white and light gray in here as well. I attempted to do a pattern match. We're going to see if that actually happened or not, because if it did, it should line up just like this. And if I move this over, you can see it should line up. We'll see how close I am. I'm always nervous when it comes to that, but let's get started with some stay stitching. I do have my thread in the machine, and we're going to stay stitch the neckline. So what you do is you go towards the center. You just go towards the center is what the instructions say. And oh, hey, Terry. Oh, hi, Terry. Nice. Thank you. Hopefully you can hear me. I'm working on Simplicity 8014, and I'm making version B. And I am not a professional sewist. Now, my dear friend, Jennifer, put me in my place yesterday because I said I'm not good enough I'm not good enough with my sewing. It's not good. And she basically put me in my place and told me I can't have that attitude, and I'm singing the wrong song in the choir there. So I can always improve, and I know I can, but I am not a professional sewist. I am not a professional altarist. So this is my disclaimer. This is just me sewing and reading comments and enjoying your company, and this should be maybe about 45 minutes or an hour. Hi, Anthak. Good to see you. I've been watching your lives too. They're pretty cool. I get them on the replay most times. So with the stay stitching, I'm just going toward the center. That's what the instructions say. And it's going to get loud because I'm sewing. I am awful at back stitching. I'm going to tell you that now. And this is my sewing machine. It is a very basic brother. It is probably 10 years old. I have a couple. Oh, look at you. Hello, Lynn. Hello. and Penny is here. And FYI, it's storming outside. This is absolutely awful. It's storming today. We haven't had rain in what feels like a month. It is storming, and Penny does not like the storms from the outer to the inner. So we're going to go this way. Penny doesn't like storms. What can you do? I don't think a lot of dogs like storms. I'm going to change my tension up a bit here. Okay. I do need to stay stitch the yoke too, but I think I'm going to work on the darts while we're here, because the next step is to do the darts. Darts, and then the pleats. And I'm going to show you here. It's very hard to see, but there is a bust dart here. It's going to be really hard for you guys to see. But I might as well do the bust dart, and then we'll work on the yokes after we get these fronts done. So get my marker here. This is my chalk marker. There is, Aunt Beck says, hi, Lynn. Lynn, hello. Hi, Terry. Hi, Lynn. Aunt Beck, I'm going to work on my pouch slow stitch bag project while I watch and listen. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you very much. And so here I am working on some darts on my front. The darts are important. I really like the darts on this dress. And by the way, I have this dress, but without the collar, just the mandarin, the collar stand. And I wore it yesterday, getting prepped, and I showed a house, and my client was like, I love your dress. Thank you. I did not say I made it, but I wanted to. I usually tell people I make it, but I also get nervous. I also get really nervous when I do that. Don't know how they're going to respond. I'm starting to lose my stream there. Okay, so this will last for a little bit. I have 2 devices up and running. My iPad. Love my iPad, even though it's like one of the older ones. Love my iPad. And I'm just working on my, very good. Okay, working on these. Yeah, I'm going to do it on this one. Penny is in the background. You may or may not hear her at some point. And if maybe next time I'll get a camera on a Penny cam going, if I can get my phone involved in this too, because I think that would be a lot of fun. She usually lays down and just kind of, I don't want to say cries, but she does lay down a lot and just watches me sew. But with this rain, she's so scared. Okay, I do like a good front that has some darts. It just adds a good shaping. I say that, but then, I did not particularly care for that bathing suit that I made last weekend. I'm going to get me the Cora Lee and really, really enjoy that one. I do love Tilly and the Buttons patterns. They just fit me very well. My favorite thing about darts is watching to see when I'm going to decrease my stitching. And now I'm at the spot where I'm going to decrease it pretty good. And this is an older manual machine. It is, what do they call it, analog or non-digital. So it's plastic, so it's like one of the newer old ones. I'm going to cut my thread there. put this off to the side, and we'll do this one, and then I'll get some ironing, pressing out of the way. Okay, don't like how this one is sitting at this moment. There we go, better. Back up. My stitch length is all a dial on this one. And I feel like I just messed that up, but maybe I did not. Let's open it up. I think that's about right compared to my other one. Make sure they're somewhat even, but I don't think they are. Nope. I'm going to do the cardinal sin here, and you're all going to watch it. No, I'm going to take this out and redo it because I don't like it. See? Look at that. We find mistakes that quickly. I didn't like it, so I'm taking it out. We're supposed to get rain most of today. And I do work this afternoon, but it shouldn't be that bad. It's not that far from my house. Yeah, I was off. I think there's my mark right there. Try this again. Okay. There's that mark. It did feel funny after I did it, so that's why I'm like extra cautious here. That's right. That's almost right. Yeah, that's right. Okay, we're doing good here. I'm gonna take a little pin here. There we go. Still seems off. Darts can be tricky. Is that what we're all catching on here? Darts can be tricky. This is why I thought, I was like, oh, I'm going to be able to sew this whole thing. Not in an hour, I'm not. Here we go. I did want to ask, what is everybody watching on streaming services right now? And the reason why I'm asking is because we just finished the really old 1970s Father Brown series. And by the way, it was not my favorite, but we kind of have a hard time stopping once we start something up. That's better. So we were, I know it is, Terry says it's always harder to do something when everybody is watching. I don't think there's many people watching, and you're all my friends, so it's okay. Oh, young Sheldon. So I'm going to tell you my story. Number one, I do like young Sheldon, and I watch it with my nieces. When they get done with their homework early, they can watch something sometimes. I watch young Sheldon. I like it. My boyfriend does not like anything Big Bang Theory or related to Big Bang Theory. And I don't know why. It's a really cute show. I like him, Sheldon. Aunt Beck says, I just watched Uglies on Netflix. Kinda creeped me out. Is that a comedy, Lynn? Or is that is it a comedy or is it a drama or a documentary type? There we go. I think I got it this time. Yeah, that looks way better. Looks way better. It's a sci-fi-ish. Ooh! Okay, it's sci-fi-ish. Well, that's one we could check out. Now I'm going to kind of just hold these up to each other, see how close I am to them being even, because I feel even if you're off, it's okay as long as you're somewhat even. Lynn says the spinoff from Young Sheldon starts next week, I think. I think you're right. I think it does. It's about the older son's first marriage, I think, right? And then Lynn said, or Aunt Beck, when you turn 16, you go through a procedure to be pretty. Ooh. I am going to move this for a second and knot my points, because that's how I do it. I knot my points. Yeah, my nieces really like Young Sheldon. But Uglies might be a good one. Lynn says, ooh, Becky, I'm not sure I like creepy right now, but I do like detective series. I love detective series. So we watched the old Father Brown. So my boyfriend has not seen the new Father Brown with Mr. Weasley in it. But I have, and I really enjoy it. So I was looking for it to be on a streaming service, but it doesn't seem like it's really on anything. You can watch it on Canopy, if I'm saying that right. Yeah, you love Father Brown, Lynn? So do I. I love Father Brown. But we just watched the really old one from the 70s, which is it's just awful. It's like you're watching a play. So I mean, it wasn't bad. Oh, we watched Aunt Beck. We've watched all the Midsummer Murders. I love Midsummer Murders. That is one we both enjoyed a lot. Midsummer Murders was so cool. Okay, I'm going to press these darts down. Yes, absolutely. Press the darts down. Did you come up with me? Pressing. Go. And I used to use like I didn't have it. Well, I don't want that to fall. I didn't have a tailor's hand, so I used to have like my own kind of homemade tailor's hand that I would use for darts. But when I do something like this where it's kind of poplin, I just press it and then I kind of lift it up where the point is. I'm certain that's not right, but that's what I do. Yeah, Midsummer Murders is one of my favorite. Oh, Morse and Lewis. Inspector Morse. Oh, I missed what you're making. Lynn, I am making the Simplicity 8014. I'm doing version B, but with the full collar. Yep. Hold on, let me see if I can get you in there closer. Version B with the full collar. No, just pockets on the side. No patch pockets on the front. I've made this dress before, so it's not anything new and special. And I thought, well, my first project where I'm sewing live, I thought it'd probably be best that I do something like something I'm familiar with. So yes, now It's storming. Sorry, all the lights are on here in the attic. We have a couple of windows, but it's raining and Penny is crying. Yeah, it is pretty. Inspector Morse was Endeavor is the one I like. I haven't ever seen the Inspector Morse that started the process to get Endeavor, but Endeavor was very good. Loved Endeavor. I wonder if Inspector Morse is available on any of the streaming services. I don't have the BBC BritBox. I don't have BritBox. I just don't have. We have Netflix, Hulu, Disney Plus, and Amazon Prime. Okay, so we have our darts done. Next up is some pleating. Yes, Penny girl. Probably can't see Penny with all of the drama around me. There's so much mess right now because let's see. This is where I am ironing, and then I have the instructions. And this is my pattern piece. We're gonna do the pleat. We are gonna do the pleat now. And it looks like the pleat goes towards the side seam. It says to make pleats on outside, fold along the solid lines. Bring the folds to the broken line. And then baste across the raw edge. Okay, so on the outside, fold along the solid. Well, this dingbat did not mark a solid nor a dotted. But it looks like the pleat goes towards the armpit. Which is where the next mark is. So it goes that way. So we take this line and go like this. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm going to pin it. Cool. Move that over so it's not in the way. Can you see in my background all of the girls' craft projects that they worked on over the summer? And now we're going to do the same pleat here, and I'll do it in front. Sorry. My same pleat, and I'm a pretty lazy pleat person. I'm going to take my notch, my other notch, and I'm going to line them up. They're lined up, and now I'm going to, it says baste, and I'm going to move this up. Keep that there, keep that there. And we're just going to go over it. I don't want to truly baste though. With my luck, it will undo, and there goes my pleat. Nothing will line up when I need it to later. Sometimes I think when it says baste, it really means don't backstitch and leave a little tail. Put that there, and then we're going to do this one. Just adding some nice shaping to my project. Okay. Front pieces are done. Yes, yes, yes. Put those up high. Next up is the yoke. Now this yoke, let me talk about the yoke for this project. Move this over. I'm going to tell you about this yoke. It says to cut one. Cut one yoke. I cut two yokes. I cut one in a contrasting color for the back. And I think our next step is to stay stitch the yoke. And when you do that, you go from the outer to the inner, I think. Yeah, the outer to the inner. Outer to inner. So I'm going to stay stitch both of them. So I had some yellow quilting cotton that matches the yellow here. Oh, are you okay, Ben? matches the yellow here pretty good. It just happened to be in my stash. So I cut, that's gonna be my inside yoke. I'm gonna try to burrito up those seams so there is no weirdness on the outside. So we're gonna just do some stay stitching. And we're doing them separately, not together. We were watching the, oh, I lost my thread. That happens to me all the time. We were watching the Rings of Power on Amazon, the newest show on Amazon, the newest season of Rings of Power. And guess what? They only released so many episodes that first week, so that's why we started watching the old Father Browns. So we could probably go back to that, but I'd love to get more into the new Father Brown, but I just can't find it on a streaming service. Canopy has it, and you can get that free from the library where I live. However, that looks about right there. This thread is awful. I don't know what it is about this thread, but it is awful. It's got a lot of little fuzzies in it. And it was brand new. It's Coates and Clark, if you're wondering. I know a lot of people don't do the stay stitching. I do. I'm a stay stitcher. I'm not changing out my thread on this yellow for the stay stitching. So anyway, I was wondering if I could try casting Canopy because it's not an app in my TV. If I could. Oh, I kind of messed that one up. I was supposed to just stop at that one end. Oh, well. Eek. It's okay. Where are we at? It is, 10:30. We're at 10:30. Okay, stay stitching done. Next step is to do pockets on patch pockets if you want patch pockets. I do not want. I kind of did want patch pockets, but I didn't. Next step is to make the pleats on the back on outside fold along solid lines, face across. Okay, yes. The next step is to do my outside pleats. So we will get one more pattern piece out. And let's move this over. Here we go. We grab Lynn. Oh, Lynn says, I use Metler thread as much as possible. No shredding with that. I use their embroidery thread too. Interesting, Aunt Beck. I was always taught to follow the arrows for stay stitching and not to go all the way from shoulder to the other. Yeah, that was a mistake. That was a mistake. I usually do just the arrows like it shows in the pattern, and I just kept going. Oh well, it's the inner yoke, so I'm hoping that's not gonna make too much of a difference. But I did do the outer yoke correctly. Okay, now we have pleats on the back piece. Here's my back piece. And it says to go again towards the armpit. Go toward the armpit. So we're going to go toward the outer. There we go. Put my little pin in it. And here's my one here. Can't really see, can you? Sorry. Sorry. And here is, I need to get my camera, I think, above me more. a little bit more above me to show the whole sewing desk. There we go. There we go. And I moved my sewing desk to our attic, which is good because my mother-in-law is coming this week to visit with us. And my sewing is usually where I film my Friday Sews videos. That is in the guest room, in the closet. So I want to be able to sew when she's here, so I had to move it in the attic anyway. Aunt Beck says, I mentioned that in the video once and had people comment that they never noticed the arrows. I always look at the arrows. Now I will say this, there are plenty of sewing projects and patterns I have done in the past where I don't even look at the instructions anymore. I just go. But this was one of my first makes when I started sewing more. This is one of my beginner makes. The first time. Maybe one of the first 10, 15 makes I made during COVID was this dress. And so it's been a while. And then last winter I made another version of this dress. I made the straight version. And that was really nice. I did it out of some corduroy from Beyond the Pink Door. And it's really nice. And it has the collar. And I sized down for that one. This is a size 20. The one I made over the winter was a 18. It's really nice, and I'll wear it this winter again. And the Beyond the Pink Door, her fabric, Andrea's fabric is great, and she's going to be on, I think, tonight. We have her live at 1 o'clock my time, which I think is 6 or 7 o'clock across the pond. And I really enjoy watching that. I have to work, though, so I'm going to only get to watch the first couple minutes, then I'm going to leave, go do work, and then when I come home, I'll watch the replay. And I've been trying to be really good about ordering fabric. This fabric was, I think, the last fabric I purchased, the swimsuit fabric was. But I'm trying not to order too much fabric because I have a massive stash, and I would love to get through my stash a little bit more this winter. And I want to make some very specific themes. Yeah, this looks good like this. Yes, that is exactly how it's supposed to be. Now I'm going to take out my instructions. And the next step is to sew on outside top stitch yoke. Oh no. To make pleats on back, on outside, fold along solid lines. I did that. Bring folds, pin, baste across with right sides together, pin yoke to front and back sections. Matching center back in notches. Okay, this is where I am going to go outside of the box. I'm going to sew my yoke on my back. And I did it with the pattern going in a different direction, even though I don't think it'll be even noticeable. Not the least bit noticeable. I really don't believe so. And I don't think there was any right or wrong way with this pattern. Although I did try for the most part to match my pattern pieces. There is one of my front skirts is completely wrong. Oh, Aunt Beck, I'm missing some of your comments. I mentioned, okay, got that one. Aunt Beck says, on Thursday, several of us crafters get together for a craft and chat on Messenger. Oh, that's clever. I was showing them the things in my UFO box, and they kept saying, why on earth haven't you finished that? Yep. Maybe October we'll see several finished. I have so many. Well, I don't have so many projects, but Aunt Beck. Yeah, Lynn. I am working on a challenge for October, so that's perfect. Oh, by the way, since you're here, The challenge for October, and we have a good amount of, a handful of signups. I don't have a sign up for every day, but I do have some signups for the challenge I'm doing in October called Sew That Whip. I actually am a little on the fence if I should continue, but then Waywack contacted me and said that they wanted to give donate for a prize bin. So Waywack and Waywack is donating a prize for that challenge. So I am really hopeful that I'll get more people interested in the challenge because we have a mystery box from Waywack. Waywack is how I've always said it, but I have a feeling I'm saying it wrong. But yeah, so they have a tools branded is what the lady said to me. So it'll be like some of their clips and rulers and things like that. So should be a great one. And then Minerva donated a gift card as well to that challenge. So I have 2 prize sponsors, but I am still short on prize sponsors. But I think those are some really good ones. So I'm hoping we get some good activity because I only have 2 prizes so far, but they're good. They're good prizes. Now I have to finally actually think about my seam allowance. We're finally at a place where I need to worry about my seam allowance. So we're going to sew our yoke on. And then let's see what my time is, 10:36. Okay. The seam allowance on this is 5/8, which is really by my 2 mark for where my needle is. Now I feel like I'm finally getting to my sewing. Oh, Aunt Beck, absolutely. Chat it up for me. That would be great. I was thinking, I was going to ask Andrea if she'd be willing to donate a gift certificate as well. I was considering asking her. Oh, I hear the rain coming down again. Ooh, that rain. I mean, it's been raining consistently this morning, but it is strong right now. And I'm in an attic, so it's a little noisy to begin with. But I'm trying to get everything ready for when my mother-in-law comes, and she'll spend some days with us, and some days with her bestie. So I'm trying to get the bed all ready because this is our guest bedroom, and we have a lot of guests. Oh, Pigeon Wishes buttons. You're right, Lynn. That's a great idea, too. I did not reach out to Pigeon Wishes. Oh, okay. This is where I kind of get repetitive. I'm now going to do it on the wrong side with the other side of the yoke. I know you're like, why would you do it twice? I don't know, because I wasn't thinking, because I'm chatting. Pigeon Wishes buttons, or maybe Specky Seamstress would be willing to do a video and help out. A lot of people love the speckled seamstress. And her amazing bias tape. Yeah, I'll ask Pigeon Wishes. Okay, we're going to do this again. Did not backstitch, but that's okay. Waywack is supposed to be sending me the package, so I'll be able to preview it on my video of how awesome it is. It's a mystery box of different things. Stash Hub would probably give a month free. I've never heard of Stash Hub, Lynn. I've never heard of Stash Hub. Is it an app or a website? Tell me more. I have never heard of it. Okay. Now, oh, voila. Whoop, whoop. Move this out of the way. And now I have my yoke attached. I'm going to press it real quick and make sure these pieces line up good. And here's the back side. What? Now I'm going to press this. Let me move my pattern pieces that I don't need anymore. Bring you up. And we're going to do a little quickie press. I know a little girl. Penny is right by me. She is not happy. Lynn, it's great. It's an app for keeping track of. Look, I have to look down. It's great. It's an app for keeping track of fabric, notions, patterns, and project planning and publishing to Instagram. Ooh, really? Is it expensive? I'm kind of just giving this a little press so it looks right on the money. Hopefully. Stash Hub. Lovely. Okay, here we go. That's that side. And here is this side. Next step is we're going to attach our fronts, but I want these seams encased. Yeah, I want the seams encased. Sorry for moving. Hope I didn't make you guys nauseous. Getting all my pieces together here. And next up, this is where I think it can get a little confusing. This is my front pieces. I'm putting them on. Can't remember how much it is. I got it an initial offering, not very expensive. Oh, cool. I can sign up monthly or annually. Oh, I will have to check it out. Absolutely check it out. Here are my fronts. I'm going to move my sewing machine. Here are my fronts. Not much to look at right now, but this comes down a little bit if I remember right. So it does come down just a little. And knowing that, I want to fiddle with this. So I'm going to fiddle with this. And move this back down. Hello. You can sign up monthly or annually. Okay, we're going to fiddle here. I'm going to put the fabrics that match each other. And then that'll be that. This is me trying to figure out how to burrito. I always burrito when you make certain bras. There's always burritoing. And I think this is how I do it, because then when I put this over, okay. This is very confusing to look at. I'm not good at explaining it, but to burrito, I put my right sides together of the outside pieces. And then I kind of swing around. You want your yokes. Yeah, Terry, bras are fun to make. I watch Liz Sews. She has the best tutorials, but honestly, once I started making bras and I found the bra patterns that fit me good, that I liked, and that's the key, that I liked and I felt comfortable wearing. I don't really shop around for more bras. I will say Ruby bras, the Sahara bra is a great wire-free bra. It's not as supportive as I'd like, but I was able to make one for my niece for a training bra. And got a little burrito here. And then Orange Lingerie is the other bra company that I like a lot as well. And I have a couple of their bra patterns. Bra patterns are just like other patterns. They're not cheap, but a good one is worth its weight in gold. Okay, if I did this right, I will not have to undo it. But it's right here and ready to go. Okay. Now the fun of burritoing, and we'll see if I did this one right. If I did, then I'll continue with the other side. And if I did not, well, I'll unpick it. But your yolks should be on the outside. The yolk pieces should be on the outside, if I did this right. And they're both on the outside, so that's a good sign. Snip in my ends. I was surprised at how much there is out there when I started. Once you figure out how to fit it, it gets better. Absolutely, Terry. I don't have any store-bought bras right now. I have none. And voila. There it is, front to back. Yep. And on this side, it is all clean. This will be the cleanest part of my entire dress because I decided, because it's cotton poplin, I'm going to use my shears because it's cotton poplin and I love pinking shears and I love the pink look with cotton fabric. That's me and my preference. And I thought it would actually also be a little quicker for me. I like how it kind of frays. Thanks. Thank you, Lynn. Now I'm going to do the other side, and then I think, now I'm going to do the other side. So you put your front in. It's like the filling of the Oreo. Put your front on top here, so your two outers are together. Match up, match up, match up. And then I kind of smush it in. Make sure my notches match. I know, Penny girl, we're going to be finished up here very shortly. Penny is crying. But it is 10 o'clock my time, 10:49, and I typically take her OUT for a POTTY at 11 when I am home on the weekends. Then we get inside and then we start working on lunch. But today I'm going to another town to show a house because some agent wouldn't let me show it yesterday because it's a new listing. You want me to complain about work? Can I complain about work? So it's it's not a new house. It's not new construction, but it's a house that just came on the market yesterday. No, it came on the market on Friday, and my buyer wanted to see it on Saturday, so I tried to schedule the showing for Saturday afternoon because I was already working Saturday, and I like to keep Sundays to myself or potentially do open houses if I need to. So On Friday, I tried to schedule a showing for Saturday afternoon. I was not available to show. I called the agent and I said, my buyer really wants to see this. It just came on the market. The agent said, well, we have an open house on Sunday from 12 to 2, and you can tell your buyer they can stop by my open house from 12 to 2. There are no showings before the open house. It's a strategy people use. I have used it in the past. I haven't said no showings. I've always allowed showings. But if I'm going to do an open house, I like to do it that very first week if I think it's going to go fast. So she said no showings until the open house. So, of course, my buyer is very upset that he can't get in yesterday. So I said, I can show it to you at the open house. It's 12 to 2. Why don't we go at 1:45? I said 1:45 because when I do an open house, I'm already cleaning up. I want to be out of there as soon as possible. It's kind of like you're closing. If you ever worked in a restaurant, it's like, okay, it's 10 minutes to close. Let's start cleaning up so we can get out of here as soon as possible. So we're going to go at 1:45, and hopefully there isn't that many people there at the open house at that point so we can have our privacy, or the most privacy we could have. It will probably be at that point. And that agent, if she would let me go at my time at my leisure, but now it's going to be on her time. And if she has to wait to lock it up, she has to wait to lock it up. And I'll be there at like 1:30. That's just me. That's kind of petty. I understand, but I'm not going to let my buyer go to that open house. I don't know that agent. That agent obviously doesn't understand. I am a very experienced agent. And she's not going to give me the common courtesy to let anybody go in. She's just going to have to wait it out till we're all done. I know it sounds petty. It sounds petty. Sometimes I'm petty when it comes to work. I'd rather say I'm meticulous. But going back to bras, I don't have any bras right now that are store-bought bras. I only have me-made bras. And I go to the Y, show off my bras. Change there. It's fine. Does not bother me. I like them. And I love making bras out of scraps too. So if I have a bunch of bra fabric scraps, and they don't even match, I'm still fine with that too. And I undid it, and voila, here we go. I'm going to give this another press. Look at that. Nice and encased. Love it. That's fun. And I was totally prepared to be seam ripping all this whole time I'm with you guys today. Completely prepared. Moving you up. Zero unfinished attic. And I'm going to give this another press. And I'm so happy with this. Do I do top stitching on the right side? Would that be helpful? I know it doesn't usually, some of these patterns don't usually say to do stuff like that, but I'm wondering if doing a little top stitching would look nice on this. And I'd love to have this done to wear. Well, thanks, Terry. I would love to have this done to wear at an event on Friday. It's a meeting. I'll be sitting at the head table. So today's Sunday. If I go take Penny, get her outside, get back inside, put on some work clothes, get ready for work, have lunch, go to show this house at an open house, and then come back, I might be able to get a little more sewing done. But my goal is to have this done by Friday, but my mother-in-law is coming in on Thursday. So I have a meeting on Thursday as well, and that one I'll probably just wear a different Me Made that I've already made and worn. But since I have 2 events in a row that are both realtor, I'm there as the president. If you're Terry, if you're top stitching down the button placket, I would top stitch the yokes. Brenda, hi Brenda. I'm really, really late. Do you have a lot of pattern? Do you have to do a lot of pattern adjustments generally? Brenda, I am not in the place where I have done pattern adjustments pretty much ever. I need to. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I do little bits where I'm really just like a grade when I get to my hips, but not for this pattern. I don't do any pattern adjustments. I'm scared to do pattern adjustments. I shouldn't be. I'm just in the place where, well, yeah. I am going to top stitch the button placket. There will be top stitching on the button placket. And I haven't decided yet on my button placket if I'm going to do snaps or if I'm going to do buttons. So I need to look through my button switches in here. Actually, I should look through my snaps too. I don't think I have any snaps that will really, oh, I have the white, plain white snaps. Hold on. There is a time delay. I have some plain white snaps. I don't know. Here's my button selection. This is how I keep all my buttons. Love it. It was like $2. $2. Jeans buttons are in here too because I have lots of jeans buttons because I love them. And they're very cheap at Minerva. So if I buy, this is my tip, I buy these jeans buttons at Minerva because they're so cheap. They're like 10 cents. They're so expensive at Joann's. Okay, what do I have here? Ooh, maybe? I haven't really thought about it. Maybe? Where'd you go? I have that. It doesn't match exact, but it's pretty and it's vintage looking. I do have, I don't know if I have enough of these, but that one. Oh, you probably can't see it. Hold on, let me move up. I have this, I have this. And then I have, these are probably my standbys. I might go to Hobby Lobby and check and see. That's really pretty too. Can you see these? Let me get out of the way. I'm guessing I like this one, the middle one. Go with the pink. Lynn says the pink. Yeah, it is vibrant, isn't it? I should have plenty of those. Yeah, I have plenty of those. I got a lot of them. Then I have a light pink, but that's not in there, so I don't want to use the light. 3. Yeah, I got enough. I feel I have enough of these reds. Yeah, that's cute. Yep. Yeah, that does look cute, doesn't it? That might be right. We'll revisit when we get closer. And with that being said, it is 11 o'clock. We've been on for 1 hour, and I probably should do some top stitching here. And then I think it'll be time to bid you guys farewell and have a good afternoon because Penny is now laying down on the floor. And by the way, there's some pillows on the floor here, so it's comfy for her. And flannel, like old flannel cover sheet that I have on top of that. Oh, thanks, Aunt Beck. Good luck with the showing. I hope so. I've been working with this buyer for a while, and he's one of my friend's sons buying his first home. Everyone, have a great day. Thank you so much. Yeah, see, it's lunchtime back. Indiana's, we eat lunch very shortly. Oh, thanks, Terry. I'm glad you enjoyed it. This was fun. Have a great day. Bye, guys. Everybody, have a great day. I'm going to end this, and if I come back on later this week, I'll let you know. Bye. Thank you.